Hi there, I'm Christina from hairromance.com, and today I just want to give you a hopefully quick rundown of all the supersonic attachments for the Dyson Supersonic hairdryer and what they actually do and when you should use them. Alright, let's go. Now, I've been using the Dyson Supersonic since it first came out, and I think I was one of the first review videos of it, and I was so skeptical. I didn't want a very expensive hairdryer I wanted it to like be amazing, and you know what, I've realized it actually is, and it is so indispensable for me now. I don't use anything else, and luckily over the last year or so I've actually been working with Dyson, which has been a total dream, because this is what I use all the time. Whether I'm sponsored or not, this is really the best hairdryer I have ever used. Now, do you need to use an attachment with it? No, but it's very powerful, and so the attachments help really direct where the airflow is going. It is honestly the most interesting thing I think I've noticed using the Dyson is because it is that little bit faster, and for some hair types you may not notice, but when you have as much hair as I do, that little bit of less heat styling that I'm doing every time I wash my hair has added up to a huge amount of improvement in the quality and thickness of my hair. And that's, I think, like the little secret sauce of Dyson products. You can't see it when you use it for the first time, but 6 months later, you're like, wow, my hair is actually feeling great. And it is because you're not heat styling as much. And you're still able to then style your hair, but it's so much more the air power from these that I think makes the big difference. So when you first plug this in, it's really powerful. So you end up getting a little nozzle with it. Initially, when the Supersonic launched, it launched with 2 different nozzles. And to be fair, now the new packs that they're sending out only have one. They aren't doing the wider one anymore. The reason is I never used this. I only ever used the narrow one. So smart choice. This is only in older model Dysons, and you won't get it anymore. But if you do have it, the idea is between the large barrel and the concentrating nozzle is that this is just like a classic blow dryer nozzle. You just want to direct the air down your hair, but in a wider stream, or you want to direct it down your hair in a narrow stream. This is just so much more concentrated and more directional. So when you're actually blow drying your hair with a brush, this is that perfect concentrated nozzle just to get in and actually get that perfect detail right down your hair. It works really well. If you're just rough drying, I would probably rough dry just without it, but this helps sort of just blast down, and great if you're using a paddle brush as well to blow dry your hair. This concentrated nozzle is just a classic hairdryer attachment, but it's really great because you're able to then direct down, and I find it adds a lot of shine. Without it, your hair blows in every direction. With this, it's blowing one direction down. So the styling concentrator is standard for all the Supersonics. And now there is the wide tooth comb attachment. This is designed for curly and coily hair because we do need to use a brush to stretch it out. And to make it easier, this is very consumer friendly. You actually don't need to use a brush. This is the brush attachment. And you just stretch your hair out with it, and you can blow dry it straighter with the wide tooth comb. It's amazing. The other thing I really like this for, if you have like a really beautiful 3B curl or like 3B to 4B, this is great for stretching out those curls without losing the curls completely, because you can use this to actually stretch and straighten out your hair before you actually really smooth it down, or if you want to use a flat iron to get like a really perfect flat finish. But if you've got like a really tight curl and you want to kind of elongate the curl, when your hair is damp and with all of your curly products in, you can actually use this attachment just to kind of stretch it out, because if you've got that strong enough curl pattern, with my hair this just sort of is more for straightening, but you can lengthen your curl or even like stretch it out in places. It's really clever. This is the wide tooth comb attachment. For stylists, really not necessary because you're using a brush, but for us at home, I love this. It's just, instead of having to use a brush, really user-friendly and really simple. I like this a lot. It's very much basically that old styling concentrator, but with the comb attachment, so you can really stretch it through. Remember, the trick with getting any sort of really smooth blow dry is the tension. So although this will create a little bit of tension between the wide tooth comb, directing it with a brush will give you a much smoother, frizz-free finish. Now, an attachment that isn't really very well explained is this gentle air attachment. So this actually has a little waviness around it and a very fine section where the air actually comes through. There's a couple of reasons that I love this one. I never use this. This is not made for my hair type, but it is a beautifully, thoughtfully designed attachment. What it actually does is it drops the temperature down because it's flowing slower. When you're on the lowest temperature of the Dyson, it's only 60 degrees, so it's really cool. But with this attachment, it goes down to 40 degrees. So if you have a sensitive scalp, if you've done a scalp bleach, this on the lowest setting will drop it down. Whatever heat setting will always drop it down another 20 degrees. But this is for the hair types that you would normally rough dry just without any attachments, but it just blows your hair around too much and it's too messy. By attaching this, your hair will just dry into its natural straight wavy, or even just if you've got a little bit of a curl, if you like this one as well. I prefer the diffuser, but it just works for straight hair, wavy hair, sensitive scalps. I really love it. And also short hair. It's really great. You can kind of add a little bit of texture into short hair because you can get a little bit closer to the root. Your hair is drying no time with this, but really gently, low heat. Love this. Also, if you blow dry your pets, I think this is the attachment you should use because it brings it down to 40 degrees. It's really soft and gentle. But when it comes to curls, this is the one thing that really made me fall in love with the Dyson Supersonic. The diffuser is literally the best one I've ever used. I even met one of the engineers and I was questioning him all about it, and I didn't get to meet the engineer who worked on this, but he said he would pass on my thanks because this has changed how I do my hair. It has sped up my drying time so fast. The airflow is amazing. The reason it's so well engineered, you can't see, there's several layers of fine mesh inside this, which, and then also the original design of the Dyson, they have updated the design a little bit. They did that a little bit quietly. So if you have one of the very first models from 5 years ago, you have this diffuser, and now the standard one is this one. It's not a lot of difference. If you're still using the old one, I fell in love with this one. This is perfect. It's just a tiny bit smaller, and the teeth are a little bit shorter, and it has the teeth a little bit right out to the edge. So if you were finding that your hair just wasn't fitting in the old diffuser, you can buy these attachments now separately, so you can upgrade just the diffuser if you still have the old model. This new diffuser, chef's kiss, absolutely sensational. The reason I fell in love with the Supersonic. But yeah, the diffuser is amazing. I'll stop now, but yeah, this isn't paid. I just really love this diffuser. The amount of time it saved me styling my hair, I love it. For me, whatever your curl routine is, any product, but this is perfect for any length hair. I would probably say that I know if you have super long, super thick hair, like those black orchid giant diffusers might still be your favorite, but I still love this one. The airflow is so still, it doesn't disturb your curls, it just dries them in the exact shape that they're in. The least amount of frizz. I just think the airflow out of this is so perfect. Like I've done a video demonstrating where the airflow coming out is blowing my hair around, and then put this attachment on and my hair just stays still, but the air is flowing around the curls perfectly, drying them quicker than anything I've ever used, but without moving them. Amazing. I'll stop. But the latest attachment is the flyaway tamer. This is one of the strangest attachments. It kind of almost looks like a little bit been 3D printed, but it is very clever. There's a little video kind of explaining how they designed it, but this mimics a round brush. So the same way when you're a stylist is using a concentrated nozzle and a brush to blow dry your hair and you're getting that look, they've used the same air effect to replicate that with this attachment. And so the air flows down, pushes air here, but the trick is what it does is it blows air through the top of your hair and also attracts it through. So it doesn't stick your flyaways down, it blows them into your hair so that they set into your hair. And it is truly amazing. I love the shine that this brings. I find I'm using a lot less product on my hair because finishing my hair with this just adds in so much shine, and it's really clever. This is definitely a professional could use this in salon because it does just really finish the hair beautifully. You're probably not going to need it as much as me doing my hair at home. It means I can do a slightly rougher job of doing my hair. I don't need to get it as perfect, because then when I use this on it, all of those little flyaways all get tucked back into my hair. Amazing if you've got like a lot of new hair growth or breakage that's sticking out, just hides it away. And yes, you can use it on curly hair as well. I do find it stretches out my roots a little bit, but I have used this on curly hair too, and I love the way it just gets rid of that halo frizz. It's amazing. Yeah, so just kind of run this down your hair really gently, always using it on low heat. It's all about the air. I use it, I think, on low to medium air and low heat, just to kind of push those hairs around, and it's magic. And that, I think that cool air as well just really sets my hair and adds a great bit of shine. So that is the flyaway attachment. Genius. Very new, that's the latest one. And now when you purchase the Supersonic, price includes all of those attachments, but if you're missing any one from a previous, if you have an older model, you can just buy the attachments separately. I do know this one sold out quickly, but it should be back in. It's definitely worth it. This one is really amazing. I always just finish this, and I love this for day 2 hair as well. I don't need to restyle all my hair. I just kind of do that over the top. I don't use any other products, and I find that works really well. So that is a little bit of the summary. You've got your concentrated nozzle for directing the hair use at home. The beautiful diffuser, my favorite for curly hair. The gentle air diffuser, gentle air, yeah, I think they call it that, which is sensitive scalps, low temperature pets, and just for a natural texture without too much heat. And then your flyaway, which is your absolute finisher. So this is really becoming a complete styling tool. You still need to use brushes to kind of create other effects of your hair, like changing the shape of it. But I love the Supersonic, and I always have. So if you have any questions, if you want to ask me about tutorials using any of these attachments or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Or you can always send me a message over on Instagram. I'm at Hair Romance. Have fun with your hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.